Good morning, everybody. I hope you've had a wonderful sleep, a wonderful evening. Let's get right into it. This is a live reading. It's going to be for love, interest in separation. So whether you identify as a twin flame, whether you identify as just a soulmate separation or just a romantic separation, it doesn't matter the label that you choose. If you are separated from your person, this is what's going on. It is a general collective reading. So, the more you interact with the channel, the more that the readings will be more towards your situation, and there will be some messages that will come in that are very specific for certain people. I generally try to point them out, but if it doesn't resonate, come back to the next reading. The next reading might resonate. So with that, let's get to the read. So Spirit, what is the general energy of this read? Spirit? Okay. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. So Spirit's telling you to trust. Trust in the timing, trust in the flow, trust in everything that's going on at this moment. And the reason Spirit's doing this is because a lot of us are creating our own unnecessary resistance because we don't like what's going on. We're not controlling what's going on. And that's always a problem because life flows as it flows. And so let's see what messages we're going to get from this connection and separation. Let's see what energies of love want to come out. So we're going to use, and I usually don't always show my decks, but I'm going to show a couple of them today. So we're going to use this, the Love Oracle cards. It's a great deck. It's one of my first love decks. That's all I generally concentrate with my reads. I do other ones as well, but I prefer love reads. So Spirit, let's see what we have here. What are some of the energies on this reading? And while we're getting some of these energies on this reading, just a reminder that I will be hosting with Susan a group healing for the Lionsgate portal this weekend. So 8/8 Thursday is the Lionsgate, one of the most powerful times for healing and for accelerating your growth in the entire calendar year. We will be doing a group one where I'm going to be bringing in light codes for anybody who is attending specifically for them, as well as Susan will be bringing in Reiki energy specifically for people who are joining that group healing. It is donation based, and if you feel called to join, the minimum donation is $20. We suggest $50. However, reach into your heart and see what you feel is the correct donation. It's going to be about an hour and a half. It's going to be recorded, so you'll be able to use those energies for the rest of the year to help manifest, heal, and really accelerate your spiritual growth. We'd love to have you there. It'll be light language Reiki, some cards, and a meditation. So if you're interested, please look at the contact information either in my profile or in the description if you're watching the replay, and send me an email. I take Venmo and PayPal. Once you've made a donation, we'll set you in, and we will send you a link by the end of the week for the group healing. It will be Sunday, the 8th of August at 4 p.m. Okay, so with that commercial, let's get to some of the energies. So Spirit's saying there's going to be surprise. You may be about to be surprised. Right? A love bond grows stronger over time. Rekindle. Wow, maybe that's the surprise. Let's see. So we have rekindle coming up in the thing. Trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish, right? And Spirit's saying that, right? Because it's telling you to flow and trust the timing. So you need to have that trust. And admire, right? It's time to think of everything that you admire in your person. So you have to let go of everything else outside of that. So let's see what other love energies want to come in for this reading, this connection. It's a very positive reading so far. For those of you who would like your own personal reading like this, I'm having a special for the entire summer. It's $10 for a Messages from Your Person read. It runs $20 for a mini read and $40 for a full read. And the full read will be something similar to what you're seeing here every day when I do the full read. So, Spirit, can you give me some more information around this connection, the one with the surprise? What do we have going on? We'd really like to know what that surprise is going to be, that rekindling. Anything else you want to give us, Spirit? No, there's a couple more cards that want to come out. Okay, we got them. So, we have, let's pull these cards out. We have real feelings. Right, that came out in my daily love energy reading today as well. So there's real feelings behind all of this. Rekindle this bond. Right, and I'll put it right here. It's more of a confirmation of what we have within the bond. Again, trust the timing because you're being guided to great steps of love. There is a burning desire. Dreams do come true. And the love language is acts of service. And what is acts of service? Acts of service is when somebody is kind of doing things to help someone. And sometimes it's just as easy as taking out the trash, or fixing something in the house, or when you're stuck in something, helping you move past it. That's acts of service. That's a way that some people show love, and that's what you're going to see into that space. So let's see what other energies, messages are coming through from the collective. In the collective in separation right now. And remember, it is Lionsgate portal time, so there's a lot of crazy energies. I don't know about everybody else, but I've been all over the place, receiving a lot of downloads for that group healing. So my entire astral space has been intense. So let's look at the energies for those in separation. Wow, we got 2 cards already. Whole bunch of cards here. So let's go look and see what Spirit is trying to tell us within the situation. So Spirit's saying fears and afraid, right? And a lot of us are seeing a lot of old fears coming up. I know that within the people that I work with, a lot of abandonment and rejection wounds are coming up, a lot of self-worth, inner child issues. So Spirit's saying, be mindful of this. Grass is always greener, right? Your person kind of thought the grass was greener somewhere else, but, and so they went looking, but they didn't find it. There's a secret admirer who's very timid. He's afraid to break the ice, so to speak, because, they fear of change. They fear that they're going to ruin something. And so they're sitting there in the winds. But there's a commitment and proposal coming in. Not sure from who yet. But beware of the karmic relationship and the toxicity, because Spirit's telling you, beware of that illusion that you've created for yourself because you felt that was your person, but maybe it's not your person. We don't know, right? We're going to let the cards give us some more guidance as to, is that person our person? So I'm gonna use this deck. It's another deck I really have come to really like. And this is Messages of Love deck. And today I'm showing a few decks. This is kind of fun sometimes to show people, some of the decks that get used and where they're coming from, because I know a lot of people like to do their own stuff as well. So with that, Spirit, what other messages do you want to give us? And right away, I'm seeing some crazy synchronicities, confirmations, right? And this is the main reason I use multiple decks, is because I like to confirm the energies. And when you're using multiple decks, the multiple decks are all going to say basically the same thing. You may get a little bit more granularity on the message, but you still will. So your person had a lot of responsibilities, or you did. I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. And a lot of times this is Divine Feminine right now. I've been feeling that a lot, like myself personally. I've had a lot of the same financial woes. A lot of other Divine Feminine energy people have had the same thing. And, just remember, Divine Feminine is an energy. It is not a gender. If you're a man and you have Divine Feminine energy, it just means you have the creative magnetic energy. It doesn't mean you're not a manly man. And it's the same thing with a woman. If you have that Divine Masculine, because I know many women are coming into this incarnation with divine masculine energy. Doesn't mean you're a manly woman. It just means that you are more controlling in the situation because you're carrying that electric energy, right? So with that, let's see what else we have here. So we have forgiveness, right? Spirit wants you to be in that space of forgiveness. Reciprocity. I want to have equal give and take, and this is that balance, that flow that Spirit's telling us. So we have more confirmation. Time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. Right? And so your person is afraid, very afraid to take action into this. Reunion. We will always come back to each other. So how many more confirmations are we going to get, right? We got another reunion here, commitment. So we're getting tons of confirmations within the cards as to, you know, what we think is real, what's really happening inside of this space. So I'm going to look for another deck I have that I absolutely have loved. Let me see if I can find it here. I move it around. This is another deck that I just got. I really like it. This is Situation Love Oracle deck. It's very, very nice pictures and good messages. So Spirit, let's see what else we have within this connection. Spirit, what's going on in this connection we're channeling today? It looks like I got a card stuck in that deck. It's telling me it has already happened when you were unaware. So we're going to put that thing out there because it somehow snuck into this deck. It's a timing card. And so that's a special message for somebody. It was put in there for a reason. And so we're gonna channel into that in a little bit. I suspect it's the secret admirer or the timidness. Anything else you want to tell us, Spirit? And so, you know, everything happens for a reason. I just had a few cards jump to the ground here, and I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to look at them because sometimes you'll get messages that are meant to be seen, and Spirit's going to force it out by pushing them to the ground, doing something that you wouldn't expect from the cards. And so we're gonna tune into those. These are the ones I'm going to put them aside to whenever something falls to the ground. It generally means it's something that's happening really close in the now. So let's see what we get here. So this set of cards is telling us camera, reminiscing, making memories from learning from the past. So your person is keeping an eye on you, watching your social media, looking at old pictures, thinking about things. And you're going to be shocked because there's going to be a sudden shocking news, surprise and epiphany, transformation, and that's going to happen, right? And it may have already happened because you were unaware. We don't know. There's a seduction, attraction, teasing, hooking up and date, third-party temptation, and that's where your person or you were. You might have been going out dating, looking for that grass that's greener because you didn't like where your person was, or your person may have been doing that. We don't know, but there's a third-party energy coming in, and there's addiction, codependent, obsession, restraint, possessions, control, and an emotional block. And a lot of us divine feminines have that as well. It could be for both parties, I feel, in this one. So let's see what threw right down to the ground, right? And this is Spirit telling me, hey, pay attention to this. And so we're going to look at this. So soulmate, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. Right, and what is a twin flame? It's really just a high-level soulmate. What is a soulmate? It's somebody you have a contract with in this incarnation to heal, to learn, to love, whatever that is. Everything that we do is based on contracts, and we've created these contracts before incarnation to help move us into a general direction. And so however you want to label it, I choose not to label it. We call it your person rather than soulmates or whatever. But if you choose that label, and that's okay. It's no judgment on that. Sunglasses, watching, looking, perceptions, and talking, right? So we still have stalking. You can see that your person is watching, lurking, probably has a fake ID, and watching all your social media, talking to your friends to see what's going on. But we have the dragonfly, right? And dragonfly is about change, right? Lighthearted, adapt, finding out, and change things, coming to light and heal. So you guys are going through that healing process. And guess what's going to come out? The butterfly, right? So if you're seeing butterflies a lot, so it's evolving, growth, next phase, healing the inner child. Remember, we talked about this inner child and what comes up, releasing the past. So again, I'm going to give a little commercial here about the group healing that I'm having. It is going to be on the 11th. That's the Sunday, just past Lionsgate Portal. So that's 8/11/2024 at 4 p.m. And during this time, it's going to be a donation-based group healing where I'm going to channel in light language. If those of you who are not familiar with light language, it's a way of speaking that's very energetic and multidimensional that will kind of dig out the dead energy, clear some contracts, do a whole bunch of things. You won't ever be able to understand it, but your soul knows what the speaking is, and it's an amazing healing tool. If you go to my Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube, and even if you go dig into the back archives of this, you'll see some activations. I have a few twin flame activations in my list of videos here as well, just a little bit harder to find than YouTube. And I will be doing this with my co-host, Spiritual Susan, who you see with me on Mondays and Thursdays for our live question and answer reads. And it's going to be Reiki, it's going to be light language, it's all going to be channeled specifically for the members of these group healing. It's donation-based with a suggested donation of 50, but a minimum donation of 20. We just ask you, look into your heart and donate what you feel. And at the same time, it will be recorded. So if you can't make it, or you would like to reuse those energies for the rest of the year, you'll be able to continually watch, and the light language and the Reiki will still keep working for you for the rest of the year because we're encapsulating in the Lionsgate energy, and that Lionsgate is the strongest portal of the year to accelerate healing. So if you're interested, please shoot me a note right away this week. And if you just want to register, just go to PayPal or Venmo and send out a donation, and make sure that you put on that donation that it's for the healing, so we can get you a link where it's going to probably be on Zoom or one of the other things like that where we can record. So with that, let's start looking at some messages from your person directly. Let's see what messages your person wants to give us that for this connection in separation. Anything else you want to tell us, Spirit, from this deck? Okay. So right now, I can see from just a couple of notes that came up here, right? First one's I miss you, right? And so they're in their fields. But they're saying now is not the time. Don't pressure me, right? And why are they getting that? Because the divine is guiding them. And unfortunately, when the divine guides you, sometimes it's a rude awakening and they're trying to ignore it, but they can't, right? And they're also saying, my beloved. Let's get a few more channeled messages from your person. Let's see what deck I want to use for that. I think I am going to use this deck. It's a new one I have. It's confession messages. So let's see what they want to confess. And this is this deck, confession messages, it's called. And what else does your person want to say, Spirit? Give us a few messages for this connection and separation. What are the messages? And for those of you who do want a full read, this is what a full read looks like. You're going to get a lot of this information. We're going to dig deep, and we're going to just channel your specific energies and your person's specific energies. Okay. Anything else we want to say here, Spirit? I'll give them one more shuffle. If there's one more card I feel wants to come out. Yep. And there's 3 that came out, and they wanted to run down to the floor. And so we're going to look at those last. So we have Afraid when you're not with me, I feel afraid. I'm afraid to let you down. Once you get to know me, I don't want to disappoint you, so I'm avoiding you. I have to overcome this myself as you see me before coming forward ready, right? They're saying that, they have been wearing a mask for so long, they're afraid that if you see the real them, you're not going to like him. I'm wanting. I'm feeling the urge. I'm feeling so urged towards you. I can't help wanting you sexually. Your energy excites me, allures me. I want your touch. I'm craving for you. Your body turns me on. I just want you right now. Please come home, baby, right? And we see that over here in the burning desire, right? So it's another confirmation. We are on the journey and the divine dance on the soul plane. It will manifest into the physical world in perfect divine timing. All we have to do is trust and have faith that all will work out beautifully, right? And that's right back to the first message, right? Allow the flow of divine timing. And that's where we start to get the stress, is because we're fighting it because we want to control it. We want it right now. We're in a right now type of environment where we've been brought up with instant gratification. And, the great things don't come instantly. They come with work, and you're going to have to do the work to get what you really want, if you really want. And if you don't, you can choose another path, and you'll come back over and over again and do the same thing with expecting a different result, and you won't. You are mine. We're meant for each other. There's no one else in this world who ever could replace you. We were made to be together. We are destined, and I am yours. You are mine only. We have done this before, and we'll do it again, right? And they're telling you that, you are soulmates. You are twins. You have a contract, and it's up to you to decide whether you're going to fulfill this contract in this lifetime or another, because it's going to keep cycling until you decide to do the healing to allow the energies to be in a place where you're magnetic again. Protected. I will protect you, my love, even when we are together or not at this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and love you and the love we share. I will keep boundaries around my heart that only you can cross that, right? And they're telling you that, they have a contract, and when you're ready, those boundaries will come off. Inspiration. There's no one else who inspires me the way you do. So proud of you, your achievements, your gifts. Your love really gives me the strength and courage to strive more out of life. And what they're saying is that as you heal, they heal, and they're seeing it even though you don't believe they are. And silence. I'm sorry for my silence. I just needed a break, and now I don't know how to reach out to you again. I'm afraid you won't let me back. I know it's been a long time since we haven't spoke, but trust me, love, I missed you so much during that time, and I'm finding my way back to you soon. And what they're saying there, it's pretty straightforward. They know that you're losing patience, right? And they know that they took so long that how are you going to ever take them back? And so they're in their head a lot. But let's see what advice we're going to get, and let's see where we are inside of the Twin Flame journey. We're going to use the Twin Flame Ascension deck, and that gives us some angel numbers. Okay, and those angel numbers will then also correspond to what part of the journey. This splits it up into a whole bunch of different parts of the journey, kind of help you know where you are, to give you kind of like a sanity check. So Spirit, tell me where we are in this journey for this connection we're channeling. And remember, this is a collective read, so it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, come back for the next read. So we're at 7-7. So if you're seeing 7-7s a lot, this means your divine masculine is rising. That's the divine masculine. So 7-7-7, 7-7-7, or just 7-7, any combination of those. This message is specifically geared towards you when you're seeing that yes, your divine masculine is rising, your divine, and it could just be your divine masculine inside of you, because we both have divine masculine, divine feminine energies, but it's just saying that is starting to balance and heal. So with that, let's go ahead and get some advice from our higher self. So we're going to use the Soul Helper Oracle for that. And let's see what advice your higher self wants to give to you. Spirit, what is the advice for the divine feminines? What do they need to know right now? How we help healing journey? Spirit, how do we get to that reunion? So I'm going to shuffle these cards because it's not popping out. Generally, they'll pop right out. So it just means we need a shuffle. All right, Spirit, what is that advice that you have for the divine feminines? Oh, here we go. We got a stack load of cards here. There's a lot of advice here. So we have 3 cards. And remember I just said this, that, new strategy is required or you're going to keep looping. And so Spirit's saying that, find the path to love and happiness, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If you look at the woman in this thing, she's kind of sorrow. Why? Because she keeps looping, right? And why is she looping? Because she's making the same decision over and over again. She's seeing the same people, different bodies. They keep on showing up. She goes running towards them, and what happens? It's the same person, and she's now in despair. And so what Spirit is saying is get out of despair, stop the chasing, and allow the flow, and try a different strategy. Use your discernment, use your third eye, go inwards with yourself and meditate and really understand what it is that's keeping you stuck. Again, if you're in that space, the group healing will help you quite a bit because those codes that are going to come in are going to bring you clarity. All right? Flames of desire. Let them shine out in radiant light and shun the dark paths. And again, right, to get to what you want, you're going to have to try a new strategy, and your higher self is really pushing us at this one. And it says, cross the bridge of happiness, right? Do you want to get to this happiness? Do you want these flames of desire? Then start with a new strategy. And that's the message for this read. So we're going to get some timing. Like I say, I think this one was a specific message for somebody. It has already happened while you were unaware. And a lot of times that could just be healing, or that could be something else. So Spirit, what's the timing on this situation? Can you tell us when we're going to see that reunion, that soulmate, that sudden change, that shock? All right, Spirit gave us 3 cards. Okay, so we have, it will be realized immediately for some, but for some, because you've chosen the wrong path, it will be impossible because it's the wrong path. And if you do heal, it's going to be up to 15 months later, or 15 months later, so about a little over a year. So we have multiple paths here, and I've seen this a lot in my reads lately. There's a lot of people that are in crossroads, and it's time for them to choose new strategies. I've found that in my own life that I've had to choose some new strategies because what strategies I have weren't working for me. And it's time to go inwards to understand what those strategies are, what those triggers are, because you'll get triggered and triggered and triggered until you realize what's really coming up to be healed. And with that, there's a huge positive path over here with reunion, soul connection, true love. Or we can go back to looping and all the stuff over here. It's your choice. You'll keep repeating the situation. You'll keep pushing it away because you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And it's a hard lesson. But if you're aware and you're starting to open up to being aware of the things, the decisions that you're making, because remember, you create your own reality. So everything that is out there is a mirror to show you, hey, you're not paying attention to something, so we're going to bring it in front and center so that you're going to pay attention in your physical manifestations. So with that, that is my read for today. Please like, follow, and share. If you're looking at doing some healing in an amplified method, definitely come join the group healing. Again, it's donation based. Contact me for more information. It will be Sunday, August 11th at 4 p.m. And that's Eastern Daylight Time. So with that, I thank you. Have a great day. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe, and put some comments in. Cheers.